last 24 hours. Powered by Yiddish24, provided to you by The Click.
Good morning, my friends. Today is Wednesday, Parshas Vu'aydu Chuf Hai Taivas Tuvshin Paivuv on Edge. It is January 14th, 2026. My name is Gershy Schwarcz and I'm your host on Edge. I have a very important announcement to make towards the end. The dictator of Iran says Iran, according to reports. The bombers, he doesn't say it, but, well, he ran away. The bombers are flying, and also the Americans are in preparedness. All eyes are on Iran today. It's a busy day for the history books, I would say. Now, who told you that leasing a car is expensive? Was it the same guy that complains about his arm hurting him from rolling up the window? Or is it the guy that complained that when he tried to buy a map and they gave him a charger instead? Now, let's clear this up. Leasing is not at all that expensive. It's just a myth. 5-star leasing proves it every single day. They get you the best deals, while you will get the nicest set of wheels. It actually rhymes. No gimmicks, no scary fine print, no surprise costs. And today, when you get a new lease, get a free damage waiver. A free damage waiver if you mention this ad on Edge. Like I said, that's a $600 value and it's free, like actually free. The offer expires on Yiddish24, which is February 1st, 2026. Okay, now they'll even help you with insurance. Call them again on 845-351-0511 or WhatsApp them with the number below. 845-903-3452. 5-star leasing. The Iranian regime has just released a terrifying new video message. The clip warns the world to, quote, expect the end of Israel tonight, they say. This comes as the situation on the ground spirals out of control. Earlier reports say Supreme Leader Khamenei has fled the country. It has not been verified yet. At the same time, the American military is moving. Reports say U.S. bombers and refueling planes launched from a base in Qatar. They were seen operating near Iranian airspace. This happened right after the White House sent a message asking for divine protection for U.S. forces. The situation in the region is changing fast. President Trump returned to the Oval Office late last night for an urgent war council. He met with Vice President J.D. Vance and his national security team to review the crisis. Secretary of State Marco Rubio reportedly told a private meeting that the U.S. is looking for ways to help the protesters in Iran without starting a direct war. Options include cyber attacks on police, radios, or freezing secret regime bank accounts. Trump told reporters that a massacre is happening there right now, and he will act based on the numbers. The State Department just warned all Americans in Iran to leave immediately. They said flights are being cancelled, so people should try to drive into Turkey, Armenia, or other places if they can from the ground. The warning comes as the regime shuts down the internet to hide the protests. However, activists say Elon Musk's Starlink satellite, his internet, is now working for free inside the country. Activists Mehdi Yahawanejad confirmed that new terminals are active and fully functional. Last night in Tehran, terrorists Islamic Republic is using war weapons against civilians. In Sadegh Square, the regime deployed a heavy machine gun mounted on an armored vehicle. This is a fully civilian area. They are not using crowd control. They're using military warfare against unarmed people. Witnesses say the massacre is much worse than anyone thought. One message from inside said the estimate of 12,000 dead is a quote, according to him, a joke compared to the real numbers. The regime refuses to give many bodies back to their families. Meanwhile, the Kurdish forces are fighting back hard. The Kurdistan Freedom Party says its national army has captured an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps headquarters. They claim they took control of the base in the northeastern city of Kermanshah. This matches a call from Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. Reza Pahlavi told the army to stand with the nation. A young soldier inside Iran also sent a video out, using Starlink obviously, asking Trump to help to make Iran great again. The unrest comes as Iran's economy collapses completely. New numbers show the currency lost 84% of its value in just 1 year. Food prices rose by 72%, leaving millions unable to eat. Let's move a little bit to Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine and Russia. In Ukraine, Russian missiles pounded the city of Kharkiv, which is in Kiev yesterday. 4 people were killed and 6 others were injured in the most intense attack of the year. Ukraine fought back overnight with a drone strike deep inside Russia. The drones hit an industrial site in Rostov-on-Don. In Rostov-on-Don, it's called Rostov-on-Don, starting 2 fires and injuring 4 people. A tragedy in Thailand happened today as a construction crane fell onto a moving passenger train. This crane was lifting a bridge section in the district of Sikio when it collapsed, and at least 19 people were killed. There was mixed up reports. Some people say 22 people were killed, but later on they released 19 people were killed according to Reuters, and 80 others were injured. Rescue teams are still cutting through the metal to find survivors. In Venezuela, the U.S. Justice Department says the local opposition leaders are helping the legal case to remove dictator Nicolas Maduro. A new memo says support from the opposition leader Maria Corina Machado strengthens President Trump's argument to oust the regime. Back in the US, the White House is defending President Trump after a clash at Ford factory. Video shows a worker shouting at the president, and Trump appears to respond by raising his middle finger. A spokesman called the heckler a lunatic and said the president gave an appropriate response. Ford has reportedly suspended this worker. A wild robbery in Hebron was caught on camera today. Israeli police arrested 3 Bedouin men who dressed up as IDF soldiers to rob a jewelry store. The suspects wore full army uniforms and helmets to trick the Arab shop owners. Police caught them near the town of Samu with M16 rifles and stolen gold. And finally, a deadly warning for anyone who needs to fix their car. Federal safety officers say cheap replacement airbags from China are killing drivers. 2 people died in December after these illegal parts exploded during crashes. If you bought a used car and had a repair recently, check your airbags immediately. A major update on the shooting of a woman by an ICE officer in Minneapolis, for those who remember the story. The Justice Department says there is no basis for a civil right investigation into killing of Renee Good. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche made the announcement yesterday, marking a sharp break from how these cases are usually handled. Federal officials say the officer acted in self-defense and claimed the driver was engaging in domestic terrorism. However, this decision has caused chaos inside the Justice Department. 6 federal prosecutors in Minnesota resigned in protest yesterday. 4 leaders of the Civil Rights Division in Washington also quit. Sources say they were blocked from investigating the shooting and were told the FBI would handle it alone without looking into civil rights violation. Minnesota state officials are also furious because they have been blocked from seeing evidence like shell casings or the car involved. President Trump is facing a new legal fight with the BBC. The British network announced yesterday that it's going to ask a judge to dismiss the president's $10 billion lawsuit. Trump sued the BBC last month after a documentary edited his January 6th speech to make it look like he called for violence. The program, called Panorama, spliced 2 different clips together to make him say, quote, "We fight like hell," right before supporters went to the Capitol. The BBC claims the edit was a mistake and has already apologized, but they argue the lawsuit should be thrown out because the show never aired in the United States. Lawyers for the network say that since Americans didn't see it on TV, the president cannot claim it damaged his reputation here. Well, let's see what happens afterwards. In other words, the BBC says sorry for the cut, but they won't pay for the paste. Before I make my special announcement today, Protobyte 347354. Well, Tzedek Associations, remember to go and check the girl. Sorry, I pressed the wrong one. Anyway, Protobyte. Call them on 347-354-1237. You can also WhatsApp them. Details are below. Okay, Shawarma Delight. Mention on Edge and get a free drink when you stop into Shawarma Delight. Thursday night, they're open till late. 26 Spring Valley Marketplace. Free delivery if you go online, sdny.store. If you want, YS Capital Group has your back when it comes to investing. They can lend you the money, direct lending, fast approvals, no closing costs. The answer is always yes. 718-831-2168. Arrive Express, 845-622-1111, or from the Monroe Fleet, 845-254-1111. Now, before we tell you about the girl for Tzedek, when it's going to happen, the prizes you can enter to win. The prizes you can enter to win. A quick message for our listeners. On Edge is here every single day, Baruch Hashem, to provide you with breaking news, a total of the news, a rundown of the news. We're here, we're going strong, Baruch Hashem. Now with close to 50,000 daily listeners, Kanai Nahara Kan Yirbi, feel free to contact us. Give us some feedback on onedgenews.com or email us on onedgenews@gmail.com. You can also call us 845-671-1775 and press 5 to leave us a message. Okay? Now, here it is, sorry. Today I'm taking a break to spend time with the family for the midwinter break. So, plus, to be Mekan Mitzvah of Kibbutz Avim and revitalize the soul. We will be back by Hashem Yisborach next week, Friday. Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Boy, Hai Shvat, Tovshin Pai Vov. So, we're releasing some Spin the Edge shows as well, maybe, so please stay tuned. And with that, before we wrap up, remember, let's thank you all for donating on my Tzedek page, on the Gershy Schwarcz page. If you want to donate still, you can still enter to win the exciting raffles. You can do so by going on my page, on the official drive link, which you'll find in the description below. You can also call 718-831-6895, extension 04000. For every $18 donation you enter to win a $100 gift card. For $36, you enter to win a $150 gift card to Panini in Marcy Avenue, Brooklyn. For $100, you can enter 2 different gifts. $500 from a Torah for Winners, which is by Eastern Silver in Lee Avenue, and also $500 gift card to Itzy's Towing, Collision and Auto Repair. For $180, you will win $1,000 in Crown Sterling. By the way, they come down to you with a special car service now, a special at-home service by Crown Sterling, which is KJ, okay, in Monroe. Again, you can win $1,000 if you donate $180. Call 718-831-6895, and you can go on extension 0400, or you can go on the link below in the description below. The Goyrel will be held by Ezra Shemisbrach next week, so we'll announce the winners then. With that, my friends, we will see you next week, Friday, by Ezra Shemisbrach. In the meantime, there might be some Spin the Edge programs, so yes, stay tuned, and thank you all, and have a wonderful Shabbos and a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week, Friday, by Ezra Shemisbrach. Thank you.
Your daily report of the news of the last 24 hours, powered by Yiddish24, provided to you by The Click.